Sandy says read. Welcome back to the channel. Today, you guys, we're going to do a review of Roots Down to Hell by Matthew Lewis. First, I'm going to read you the back cover. He found himself at war with the modern world and the laws of God and man. When a rural misfit from a harsh, blue-collar world marries an idealistic college girl, the chances for domestic bliss are close to nil. Because marriage isn't what it used to be, and neither is higher education. But nobody explained any of this to Kevin Chapman, and now it's too late. His reality just crashed down around him, and when the dust settles, he's in the aftermath of the unthinkable. Kevin's life is now a nightmare that he can't wake up from. As his bleak past weighs on him and his unthinkable acts multiply, his only hope is to embrace the darkness and risk being lost in it forever. Okay, this book is a noir, a very dark noir, almost thriller novel. So this is a little bit different from what you're used to me reviewing here on the channel. It's different from what I'm used to reading. It's got quite a bit of language in it. So that's one of the things I would forewarn you about if you go into reading this one. The other thing I would warn you about is the themes in this novel. Whether you are I don't want to call you a snowflake, whether you are very touchy, very sensitive to certain things that are discussed in society today, or whether you're, thick-skinned and hardened against things that are discussed in society today, this book will make you think. This book will challenge the way you feel. It will make you feel things, and it will challenge you. I'm going to start off by telling you just a wee bit of backstory so that you know where I'm coming from as I go into the story, as I go into talking about it, okay? I did a review here of Joe Navarro's Dangerous Personalities, okay? I'll put a link to that in the box below, so you can go watch it if you want to. Basically, I lived with a dangerous personality for a few years. Back when I was going through cancer, this dude latched onto me, and I had no clue that there was such a thing as a predatory narcissist. I didn't know what that was. I'd never heard that term before, but boy howdy, I lived with one. And there were, things that he would say to me, things that he would imply, and in direct quotes he would use that I found in chapter 1. I heard this character, Kevin Chapman, saying these things, and I heard them in Crazy Pants' voice. Wow. So I found it just incredible that Matthew Lewis was able to make that character ever sympathetic to me. And yet he was. It's crazy how well Matthew Lewis wrote that character, how well he wrote the other despicable characters in this novel. Kudos to Matthew, really. So let's dive into this. First, let me give you the specs. Roots Down to Hell by Matthew Lewis. It was published in 2023, very recently, by Gutter Books. It's 197 pages, and it took me about 3 or 4 hours to read this. It's so well paced that I just plowed right through it. It's in first person point of view and past tense. Okay, so let's see. I've read you the back cover, gave you the background so you know where I'm coming from. The book starts with a quote by Nietzsche, so I was kind of hooked, right? But then we dive into this scene where basically Kevin Chapman is losing his marriage. His wife has cheated on him. She has killed their child. And she basically says this to him, tells him that she has done this. And she's saying these things to him and needling him and pushing his buttons. And you get the impression that he's not been a predatory narcissist, that he's not acted in these ways until he's being pushed over the edge, which isn't an excuse, but you get the impression that maybe he's not thought horrible things until he's pushed. Again, maybe that's not an excuse, but anyway, he does say things that make me crazy, and then he kills her. But there is a line in here that is so well written. I underlined it for you all. Let me read. My heart was slamming away like a machine with a stuck throttle, making it difficult to catch my breath, pushing the life fluid steadily out of the hole Michelle had made in me. Now, what Kevin is saying there is that she stabbed him, right? She had stabbed him in the shoulder with a knife, and he's talking about the blood coming out of him. But listen to what he's saying. Pushing the life fluid steadily out of the hole Michelle had made in me. He's not just talking about the knife wound. You know, that's just so well done. There are a lot of really good turns of phrase in this novel. Matthew did a very nice job. He did a very nice job of making it so that you didn't know which one of those two to root for in chapter 1. I mean, did you want Michelle to get out of the house and get away? Yeah, probably. You didn't want her to die, but she was just as despicable as Kevin. I mean, he's bigger, more powerful than her. He's got the upper hand, and he kills her. Almost accidentally, almost in self-defense, maybe, you know, in his defense, but he kills her. And so you find him despicable too. So you don't know who you're rooting for. You don't know, oh, gee, do I want him to get caught or not? And that was intriguing to me as well, that throughout the narrative, Matthew made it so that sometimes I found myself rooting for Kevin. And I then would stop and think, oh, holy crap, I'm rooting for this guy? I don't want this guy to get caught? Well, yeah, I do want this guy to get caught. Well, no, I don't. Well, yeah, I do. Just crazy how well it was written. Sorry, I've got a bird screaming in the background. That's just going to happen. We don't edit these anymore. Okay, let's see. What did I write here in my notes? That, yeah, these two are both toxic. Yeah, okay. Then let's see. I don't want to give away too much. I don't want to give away a bunch of spoilers because, you know, if you read this, I don't want to tell you what happens in the end. Let's see. We have a number of characters who come into the novel who, you know, you've got good guys and bad guys, right? As you should. And it's I swear it's like almost a thriller the way it's written. And you're always on the edge of your seat wondering, okay, is this person going to figure out what Kevin has done? Is this person going to figure out what Kevin has done? Is this person going to catch on to what he's doing in the barn? I mean, there's so many things, there's so many chances for him to get caught in what he's doing. You're always on the edge of your seat wondering, okay, is this the time when he's going to just spill his guts? Yeah, it's intriguing the way Matthew set it all up. And there are certain things that Kevin does where you get to see the workings of his mind, the way he's going about trying to cover up, you know, that murder. And you almost feel sorry for him, and you almost think, yeah, okay, so it was an accident and he's trying to cover it up now. Why didn't he just go to the police? Just very well done. Nicely done in the writing. So I've got in my notes here, this is noir with the anti-hero's point of view right there in your face. And that's what it is all the way through. This is all in Kevin's point of view all the way through. Just well done. That's what I've got to say about it. Roots Down to Hell. If you're looking for something that's going to challenge the way you think and challenge the way you feel, this will. I can recommend it for that. Guys, give this a thumbs up because we like challenging things. And click on the notification bell so you're notified the next time I do something random. Thanks so much for tuning in.